皆さん、こんにちは。2025年6月2日、まもなくお昼の2時になるところです。英検1級二次試験レジットが記念すべき50本目となりました。わーということで、50本目のお題はですね、Will printed newspapers become obsolete in the internet-driven 21st century ですね。まあ、あれですね。ま紙の新聞ですかね。紙媒体の新聞というものは、このインターネットに、インターネットドリブンの21世紀においてですね、もうなんか時代遅れとなってしまったのかどうかと、こういうことですよね。で、今日もですね、結構ですね、いろいろ、あれだったんですが、なかなか意見をまとめるのが苦労したんですけどね。50本目ということで。で、最終的にですね、だいぶこう縮めて、こうなりました。自分が話したね、スイスピーチで。で、一応、基準の200に達する205号ということで、こちらの方をまず音読してみたいと思います。In this internet-driven 21st century, it is often said that printed newspapers are absolute, but in my view, they are not absolute but evolving. In other words, newspapers are not disappearing, but changing. Today, I'll discuss two-point transformation to define digital content and the uniqueness of old Japanese media. First, let's talk about this big change. The instant nature of online news has transformed the way we get information. But the main job of journalism still remains very important, which is to inform and to check facts. But they're changing. They've taken on new digital ways such as good websites and mobile apps. Also, they have developed paid subscriptions, whether on paper or online. Good news has real value. Second, let's look at the uniqueness of old Japanese media. Many big newspaper companies in Japan are part of large groups. This connection gives them strong support for changing to digital. In addition, they can use their trusted name on these new platforms. However, this brings something to think about. We must pay serious attention to fairness. For instance, we must watch out for any attacks on new media. We need many different voices. In conclusion, printed newspapers are not fading but changing to become multi-platform news providers. 1分23秒。本当にあれですね。なんかもう形といいますかね。一つのテンプレートっぽくなってきました。じゃあちょっと一回やってみましょう。Uh, in this internet-driven 21st century, it is often said printed newspapers are obsolete, but in my view, it's not obsolete, but it's evolving. In other words, it's not disappearing, but changing. Today, I'll discuss two-point transformation and define digital content and uniqueness of old Japanese media. Firstly, let's talk about this big change the instant nature of the news online news has transformed the way we get information, but the main job of journalism has still remained very important, which is to inform and to check facts. But they are changing. They've taken on new digital ways, such as good website and mobile apps. Also, they've developed paid subscriptions. Whether on paper or online, the good news has real value. Secondly, let's look at the uniqueness of old Japanese media. They belong to uh, large groups, and this connection gives them strong support for changing to digital. Also, they can use their trusted name, these new platforms, but also brings something to think about. We must pay serious attention to fairness. For example, we must watch out for any attacks on new media. We need many different voices. In conclusion, uh, printed newspapers are not fading but changing in order to be multi-platform news providers. Thank you. ということで。はい。まあ、若干変えましたが、ほぼ意味を変えることなく、まあ、200語スピーチできたのではないかと思っております。まあ、明日から51本目、次は今度ね、記念すべき100個を目指して、頑張って、お経スピーチを続けていこうかと思っております。本日はどうもご清聴ありがとうございました。ごきげんよう、さようなら。